Alright people, so I normally don't do videos where I promote applications or I give shoutouts to people a lot. I did it like once in the past, maybe twice, about the best YouTube channels out there that are suited for gaming. But today we are going to shift gears and we are going to talk about an amazing application called Parsec. Parsec is freaking beautiful. If you don't know what it is, Parsec is an application you could download for PC, and you are able to have your machine as a host, and clients can connect to your machine and they can play cooperative games with you. You are able to play a variety of different games, whether it's on Steam, whether it's on GOG, as long as it has like co-op. You are able to, it has to be local co-op too, remember that. Like, I don't want to get people sidetracked about the promises of playing SOCOM on Parsec, when mostly the only way to have that up is to play on the xCal link or whatever, and it has to be like netplay. This will not work for all netplay games. You need to have local co-op in the game in order for this to work. So if it has local co-op, if it has like local cooperative modes, the client is able to connect their controller, put in their input sometime. Not every single emulator that I played allowed you to put in inputs unless you really wanted to. Sometimes it would automatically map to that person's controller, like Redream, like RetroArch, etc. But the PS2 emulator is a little bit different. Anyway, they would connect their controller and they will be able to play the game with you on PC, and it is incredible. This is something that I wanted PlayStation to do for the longest time now with PS4. The problem with PS4 is that I want to play my PS2 games that I bought online on PS4, and I'm not able to do that because you don't have those network options on PS4 to play old PS2 games online. Xbox is at least great with that. They allow backwards compatible games to be played on the Xbox system, and there are still servers up like Gears 3. But Parsec is the new revolution. Parsec is fantastic because you can map to the host machine and you can play PS2 games, PS1 games, you can play GameCube games. We were playing like SmackDown versus Raw, we were playing like SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, which is not possible to play on anywhere else online except Parsec, and that is a great feat. I believe that is fantastic. Did I mention that Parsec is free too? While there is options to support the developers, if you like the program that much, it is completely optional and you could have an entirely free application at your hands for co-op in Parsec. Now, Parsec is not perfect. Parsec does have its issues, like you have to have a really good upload speed to really utilize Parsec. I have 10 up, so that is decent for 4 players, but if I want to have 4 players connected to my machine and also live stream, I might have a couple of issues. I think 3 players are good, but when I hit 4 and when I start streaming, that's when the problems come in. So I want to say at least you should have a minimum of 15 upload or 20 upload, but you still can decently play games at 10 upload speed, no problem. There might be a little bit of input delay and lag. We had some problems like that in some of our tests, but overall, most of these games, when it came to client and obviously host connection, it ended up perfect. It was great. There's also the matter of echoing that we had on Discord when you have Parsec up, but Parsec team has a great Discord if you want to go over there and ask them questions. The moderators are really straight to the point. They are really nice. Just ask them if you have any issues with Parsec and they will definitely take care of you. I fully recommend joining their Discord. All of that stuff will be in the description. I also had issues with clients connecting to my PC trying to input their buttons. You definitely need your drivers updated and those tutorials about how you can update your drivers, how you can do that easily, how you can set up the PS2 emulator. I 100% believe you need multi-tap enable in order to get it to work, but all of that is also down in the description below. I made an entire tutorial for that in case people wanted to see the problems that I had. I replicated it, turned it into non-issues, fixed all the problems, and now I will show you how to map all your stuff if you have inputs or issues with Parsec. I made a guide just for you in the description. I put everything that I experienced in there, every problem that I replicated, that I fixed, and hopefully everything turns out well for you. Be sure to once again update those damn drivers, boy, because I had an issue when clients didn't have their drivers updated and I wanted to introduce them to Parsec and their stuff wasn't working. It was really annoying. So that guide, description below, check it out. It is, my experience with it has just been awesome. Like, there's nothing more I can say that hasn't been said already. Like, playing all these games that I didn't get the chance to play with either friends with local co-op. I think I played SmackDown vs. Raw local co-op, but to play it online, it is a sight to see. Play Tekken 5 online, the vanilla Tekken 5, it is a sight to see. It is a sight to have all this stuff mapped. I played Tenchu Wrath of Heaven for the first time with their multiplayer offerings. I played with Devil Hunter James and Bio Devil Dom, shout outs to them. That was also a good time sneaking around, getting spotted, fighting guards. If you don't have Parsec, I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, especially if you're into getting a buddy on there with co-op affairs. And the best part about this is Parsec on certain machines, it runs flawlessly. Like, one of my friends, he has a laptop only, and not the best laptop. It's like, you know, well, do I have to worry about specs and all these recommendations and all that stuff? No, I think if they have like a decent like internet connection, and I think if they have like a decent rig or a decent laptop, not even the most extensive thing in the world, since everything is mapped to a host machine. Obviously, for a host, you got to have something that's at least more than decent, but I digress. But once you have that client connect to you, everything for them looks good and it feels good. And outside of the connection issues, I didn't have a problem with them playing the game with me. The only thing to worry about, like I said, is that echo, and I will also link that problem in the description below. I'm trying to think what other issues that I had specifically with Parsec, but outside of the ones I address here, not that many, to be honest. Everything in my experience has just been dependent on upload speed. So if you see desyncs or things of that nature, you definitely need your friends to have a decent upload speed. I'm not sure what will happen if you play with people outside of different countries. Like, let's say if you're in the US and you decide to play with someone in Germany or the Netherlands or things of that nature. I don't know how their internet would pan out, but I assume you can definitely do that on Parsec. Maybe that's something you can ask the moderators in Discord as well. I think Parsec is the future for co-op. There is no mistaking it. I hope that the updates that they roll out for this application, and I am a firm believer of everything they have to present on the table for Parsec. I think if they keep rolling out updates, making things more streamlined, making it better, I think that the main console manufacturers like PlayStation, they really need to take notice. I think a lot of people would love to play their PS2 games online again if they manage to do so, and obviously servers are shutting down. Servers have shut down for the PS2, so it kind of sucks. It's like the same thing is also happening with the PS3 shutting down the servers for PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, and you can also play that game on Parsec. I can't recommend this application enough. If you don't have it as a PC user with a couple of friends on Discord, you are severely missing out. This is great. This is fantastic. I fully recommend it 100%. And if you haven't downloaded Parsec, once again, check it out in the description below. Check it out. It has my highest recommendation. I cannot stress this enough. It is literally one of the best applications I have downloaded this year for cooperative gaming. This is Renegade Operative signing off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this promotional video. Once again, if you have any questions to ask me about Parsec, or if you have any questions about my experience with Parsec, which has been mostly good, it's been mostly great. You know, you host the game, they jump in, they might map their controllers. Once they connect, once they work, you're good to go. You have to do some stress testing and some troubleshooting like usual, but once you get it right, everything is so divine. If you have any questions, once again, relating to the guide that I made, or if you have any sort of novice questions, how does this work? How does that work? I don't know everything, but I will try to help you to the best of my ability. Leave that below in the comment section. Once again, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you do find Parsec to be a worthy application for your needs on Discord, for your needs with co-op, and you want to play with some online friends with PS2 games, you can do that here. I know Dolphin had like some net play tendencies, like you could connect to the person's machine, but I think also the clients needed the updated application as well as being able to run those games. Like I said, Parsec can run on very, you know, novice desktops probably, or laptops. I'm not sure all of the specifications, but if you have any issues, like I said, please let me know and I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. I love you, Parsec team. You're the greatest. This video has spanned over 10 minutes. You can follow me on social media just in case. I'm not a hard man to find, so you have this splash screen here. Here you go, bastards. Once again, I'm signing off. After this, I might have a little bit of the bubbly, and I might play some SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 with the Infinite Ammo team. If you want to see also our co-op ventures on Parsec, I'll also link those videos to those tests in the description below. Oh, and one more piece of advice before I sign out. All right, I'm sure there's going to be users that will ask about doing some sort of remote play feature for Parsec, like passing the controller to a friend, remote play, share play, whatever you call it. I'm sure some people will ask, can I pass the controller to my buddy and can he play? I do think that's possible. All you got to do is like let them connect to your machine, and basically, I know for the PS2 at least, just override all your buttons and let them be pad 1. And I think you can do the whole share play thing where a buddy can play the game with you. I know it's easier to do on emulators. I'm not sure about stuff like Steam games. You might have to do some tinkering. Maybe it's not even possible. I don't know to that extent. I know you can do it on emulators where you can map the controllers for player 1. It's much easier that way. Anyway, finally signing out. See you guys later. And once again, I hope you enjoyed the promotional video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm signing out. See you later.